Welcome to our first ever broadcast of TLC Talks Israel, where we provide you with the most interesting news about Israel in the most interesting way possible. I'm Isaac.
And I'm Sarah. Well, Isaac, let's dive right into it. There's a country out there that's, well, let's say not besties with Israel. Can you take a gander at what country this might be?
There are a lot of countries that aren't exactly besties with Israel, but based on recent news, I would take a gander that you're referring to Iran.
Exactly. Iran has been developing nuclear power for years now, and even though they claim their nuclear power is for peaceful purposes, the rest of the world thinks otherwise. The last time a nuclear bomb was dropped, it demolished Hiroshima, Japan at the end of World War II. And that is why we must be a little bit skeptical when we hear about Iran's enrichment of uranium. If you don't know, uranium is a dense radioactive metal that is used as a fuel for nuclear reactors. If Iran gets nuclear weapons capabilities, it could bomb Israel, and Israel could be wiped off the map.
In recent news, there was a groundbreaking conference on the Iran situation. 6 powerhouse countries, USA, Britain, France, Germany, Russia, and China, met in Geneva to come up with an intermediate, not permanent, solution to the problem. They were meeting because, believe it or not, there was a disagreement between countries. I know, that's never happened before. Well, these countries were working on a deal where they would decrease sanctions on Iran in exchange for Iran decreasing its nuclear weapon development. Now, you might be wondering what a sanction is and why sanctions are placed on Iran anyway. A sanction is a restriction placed on a country for doing something wrong. To give an example, let's say you have Johnny and Donnie. Johnny is Donnie's brother, and Johnny hits his brother Donnie when Donnie does something wrong. So Johnny's punishment would be to be grounded. That is Johnny's sanction. Johnny is sanctioned for hitting his brother. Now in Iran's case, Iran is sanctioned by the USA and other countries for continuing to develop nuclear weapons. For example, some of these sanctions include Iran's most precious resource, which is oil.
Well, I know Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, didn't exactly go skipping in the park after this agreement in Geneva. Bibi believes that a deal struck with Iran will not stop Iran from destroying the world. Not that Bibi thinks Iran is going to destroy the world anytime soon, or hopefully at all, but still, he thinks that this deal will not stop Iran from trying to acquire nuclear weapons. From Bibi's point of view, these sanctions are working like a charm. Lessening these sanctions would be a really bad idea. If anything, Bibi would support additional sanctions. As of now, nothing has been finalized regarding Iran. However, the US Congress has decided to give this Geneva deal a fair shot before placing any new sanctions on Iran.
We can only hope and pray for the best for Israel. Hopefully this temporary deal turns out to be beneficial for Israel and that Israel stays safe and sound. Raise your hand if you know what Israel Advocacy is.
Raise your hand if you know someone who's involved in Israel Advocacy. Maybe you know?
Newsflash, if you know us, then the answer is yes.
Okay, here's the next question. What do Israel Advocates do?
As we mentioned before, Israel isn't exactly besties with all the countries out there. There are actually people out around who are profoundly against Israel.
Don't be too scared. Yes, there's a lot of opposition, but there's definitely something you can do.
Israel Advocacy Step 1. Stay informed.
Regularly reading the news about Israel, staying up to date on current events, or even asking your parents what's going on can be extremely helpful.
Not only will you better understand Israel, but you'll have the background information to answer questions about Israel.
Don't worry if you don't totally understand the issues now. Just knowing what the issues are certainly helps. If you're confused or want to learn more, ask a parent, teacher, or a friend if they can explain it to you.
In the long run, this will help both you and Israel.
We love Israel! Thanks for watching!
Hope to see you next time.